finally, how this book can help you out. See, anybody who has actually followed history can understand that certain inventions actually create a deep impact on humanity. Okay, and today we have a new category of engine being created, which can be compared to an earlier engine which created a revolution. Okay, so back in 18th century, a steam engine was invented, and that created what we call industrial revolution. What steam engine did then was actually enhanced our physical ability to do work. So before the steam engine, we had limited our ability to our muscle power. So we had what we call actually a power gap. With the invention of steam engine, what actually happened was it gave us a power. Then all that you have to do was to do your work. I mean, you have to just tell the work to the machine and it will create. For example, you put a steam engine to your boat and it will take you across the sea, and you put a steam engine to your, say, railways, then will travel you, I mean, they will take you travel across the country. Today we have another immediate engine called 3D engine. So what this 3D engine is going to do is actually what what steam engine do for our work. Steam engine actually mechanized our work. That means we don't have to do the work; machines will do the work. Today, 3 engine actually will create what we call spatial revolution. The way steam engine created industrial revolution, 3D engine will create what is called actually spatial revolution. What it means is, before steam engine, you cannot do too much work because you get tired. And now before 3D engine or the metaverse, it is not possible that you will be present everywhere all the time. The virtual engine created by 3D and virtual spaces will allow you to be present everywhere all the time without any problem. So this is called spatial revolution. So in order to help you understand this, I mean, this revolutionary concept, I've been actually doing this kind of when I just wrote this book. So this book is all about an introduction to the metaverse, but it is not kind of a textbook, or it's not kind of a treatise on this. This is actually a set of terms and concepts which will help you one by one to understand and enter into this magical world. Okay, so this book just released about a month back, and now it is being actually available in the bookshops and also on Amazon. I have listed about 300 interesting terms and very useful concepts. Well, actually, whenever a new technology comes, it is very difficult to create awareness among people, because people will not be using it. For that reason, they will not be able to appreciate that. So that's the reason actually I have done this. In my college, I normally introduce a concept or a new course for the first time when it just starts emerging. Back in 2009, I introduced cloud computing, and now today, we cannot imagine life without cloud computing. Similarly, my guess is that metaverse is going to be a main force or a mainstream within next 10 years. Okay, so you can get this book both on the Amazon and also on Kindle version. Okay, and this is the book which is available in a printed version, and it is also available in Kindle version. Okay, Kindle version. Okay, so now I will come back to your question sessions. If you have any questions, you can ask us, and I in the human society. And the kind of the barrier which metaverse is overcoming is actually very simple and but very strong. For instance, actually, for the first time, metaverse enables you to be available in every space all the time. We had something called space constraint, or what we call actually space gap. That means I and you cannot be available at the same time in a space, in the same space, in multiple spaces at the same time. Today it is possible because metaverse create virtual spaces, and in those spaces we can teleport people and attend. For example, it is possible that you are attending a meeting at a place, say in New Delhi, at the same in a metaverse environment. At the same time, you are also attending a meeting elsewhere. So this is not a contradiction in terms, but this actually allows you, for instance, actually when you make a WhatsApp video calls and all, you feel that as if you are there next to the person you are talking, although you are not there. So the way telephones and mobiles have created a kind of a contraction in this space, metaverse is going to do that. Having said that, the potential, it's also my responsibility to introduce a trending technology into my courses and students very early, and that's the reason I wrote this book. And secondly, you may ask like why I did not write a textbook and I wrote this glossary. I thought that writing a book was a good idea, but then there is no enough traction. As you know, actually people seems to have been knowing metaverse through newspapers, but they were able to grasp the potential and started exploring it further. So I thought one of the best way to move on is actually is to is to start with the basic terms and concepts, and that's what I have done in this book. Hope I have answered your question.
Yes, yes, you did. Thank you.
Any specific questions? But I guess we seems to have our first experience in the metaverse. It's very interesting.